the drama surrounding Shador Sanders has taken yet another unexpected turn, and this time, it's not just about football. It's about respect, reputation, and a battle that has spilled beyond the gridiron into the realm of family and media. At the center of it all stands Rex Ryan, a former coach known for his blunt style, who has ignited controversy with his latest comments. And standing in his way, with fire and fury, is Shador Sanders' own mother. It began, innocently enough, with Rex Ryan doing what he does, best talk. But this time, the words landed like a sledgehammer. In a recent interview, Ryan didn't offer constructive criticism. He didn't speak like a mentor guiding a young quarterback. Instead, his remarks were sharp, personal, and damning. He declared that Shador Sanders wasn't working hard enough to deserve a starting quarterback role. Not only did he question Sanders' work ethic, but the way he said it left no doubt it was meant to sting. It wasn't framed as a careful observation. It wasn't offered as professional advice. It came out as harsh condemnation, delivered in an intimidating tone that shook the conversation around. Cleveland's quarterback situation, the fallout was immediate. Shador's camp did not stay quiet. His mother, fiercely protective of her son, took to social media with words that cut deeper than any coach's critique. "This is what impotent, cancerous, envious energy looks like," she wrote in a post that has since gone viral. Her statement painted Ryan's remarks as more than just criticism. It was an attack on character, an energy she described as evil, rotting, and destructive. Who does he really represent? She asked, shaming not just Ryan but the platforms that gave him a voice. "There's no room for this type in sports. Please enough." Her words struck a chord. Fans, athletes, and young players across the country resonated with the message. In her eyes, this wasn't just about her son. This was about the way young athletes are often unfairly targeted, spoken down to, and dismissed before they're even given a fair shot. And in Shador's case, it felt personal. It felt like yet another example of how critics are determined to hold him back, despite his relentless grind to prove himself. But Rex Ryan is no stranger to controversy, and his defenders quickly claimed he was only saying what others have whispered behind the scenes, that Sanders still had work to do, that perhaps he wasn't fully prepared for the NFL spotlight. Ryan's insinuation was clear. If Shador wasn't in the front row, if he wasn't earning the nod from Cleveland's coaches, then maybe it was because he wasn't putting in enough effort. Yet here's the problem. Ryan never cited sources. He never offered proof. He never explained how he knew anything about Shador's daily grind inside the Browns facility. And that's what made fans furious. If reporters covering the team day in and day out hadn't raised these concerns, how could Ryan know? Unless, as many have suggested, he was relying on whispers and speculation, not facts. The backlash was swift. Fans flooded social media, accusing Ryan of trying to stir drama for no reason. Many pointed out the obvious double standard. Why go after a rookie who hasn't even had the chance to prove himself in the NFL, while veteran quarterbacks like Joe Flacco are allowed to stumble week after week without the same venom? To them, it felt unfair, targeted, and deeply biased. And yet, this is nothing new for Shador Sanders. Ever since he entered the NFL conversation, he's been met with doubt, skepticism, and criticism are more than his college resume should warrant. At Colorado, Sanders was electric, throwing for over 7,000 passing yards and maintaining an incredible 72% completion rate. Those are not numbers of a lazy player. Those are numbers of a quarterback who works, who studies, who perfects his craft. And yet, time and again, media personalities have attempted to paint him as entitled or unready. That's why his mother's defense resonated so strongly. This wasn't about shielding her son from accountability. It was about standing up against unfair narratives that seemed designed to keep him sidelined. What makes this clash even more compelling is how different voices in the media world are framing Shador's future. While Rex Ryan takes aim, dismissing his effort, Stephen A. Smith has emerged as one of Sanders' biggest defenders. The outspoken commentator, known for his no-nonsense takes, has made it clear, this kid is great. Shador Sanders is absolutely ready for the NFL. In Smith's eyes, the numbers don't lie. The poise doesn't lie. The confidence doesn't lie. For him, the Browns are wasting time, holding back a player who has all the tools to succeed, and Shedeur himself hasn't shied away from speaking up. He's been open about his frustration with being stuck on the scout team. He's admitted he doesn't enjoy it, though he recognizes it's part of the process. He's even gone so far as to declare, boldly, that he's better than several quarterbacks currently starting in the NFL, including Joe Flacco. That confidence has drawn criticism, but it also reveals something undeniable. Shador Sanders isn't waiting to be handed anything. He's fighting for it. He's ready to carve out his own space in the league, no matter how many critics try to hold him back. Everybody's got their perspective, Shedeur said in a recent interview. But if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that. Those words weren't cocky, they were honest, and they reflect a truth fans see every week when veterans continue to falter. Yet the rookie with potential sits on the sideline. This is why Rex Ryan's comments hit such a nerve. To dismiss Shador's effort as if he's not working hard enough ignores reality. It ignores the countless hours he's put in, even during the off-season training when he didn't have to, staying consistent whether at home or traveling, keeping his body and his mind sharp. His commitment has never wavered. His grind is undeniable. What Ryan's critics argue is that his attack wasn't about performance or work ethic. It was about silencing a young man who dared to speak with confidence, who dared to challenge the status quo, who dared to say out loud what many players think but never express. That makes him a target. And this time, Rex Ryan might have pushed too far, because rather than weaken Shador's image, the backlash has only strengthened it. Fans are rallying around him. Analysts are calling out the double standards. Even those who were neutral before are now reconsidering, asking why a rookie should bear the brunt of criticism when veterans with decades of experience are failing spectacularly on the field. Meanwhile, the tension within Cleveland continues to build. Flacco's performances are faltering, Dillon Gabriel is unproven, and Kevin Stefanski is running out of excuses. The longer Shador Sanders sits, the louder the outcry becomes. And every time someone like Rex Ryan takes a shot, it only fuels the fire, making fans even more determined to see Sanders given his chance. There's also something poetic about Shador's response to all of this. While Ryan's words were sharp and biting, Shedeur has chosen patience. He's chosen faith. He insists on trusting God's plan, reminding himself that pressure is nothing new. I like pressure, he says. I like situations like that. That stuff doesn't really faze me. That's normal to me. It's a mindset that speaks to maturity beyond his years. While the critics rage and the media stirs chaos, Sanders remains focused, steady, and prepared. Still, his patience has limits. His frustration is real, and with each passing week, as veterans struggle and the Browns' offense sputters, it becomes harder to justify keeping him sidelined. The tension is reaching a boiling point, and something will have to give. Rex Ryan may have thought he was delivering a wake-up call. Instead, he may have sparked a movement. His words, rather than diminishing Sanders, have become the rallying cry for those who believe the Browns are wasting time. And if Stephen A. Smith is right-hand Sanders truly is the man for the job, then it's only a matter of time before the organization has no choice but to make the switch. The battle lines are drawn. On one side, critics like Rex Ryan, clinging to outdated narratives, dismissing Sanders' effort without proof. On the other side, Sanders' family, his fans, and analysts like Stephen A. Smith, all insisting that the young quarterback deserves his shot. The outcome of this standoff could shape not just Sanders' career, but the Browns' season, and perhaps even the direction of the franchise itself. So now the question falls to you. Do you believe Rex Ryan crossed the line with his comments about Shador Sanders? Was he simply giving his honest opinion, or was it unfair to criticize a young quarterback who hasn't even been given a chance to prove himself in the NFL? Should veterans like Joe Flacco be held to the same standard, or is there a double standard at play? And do you agree with Stephen A. Smith that the Browns need to stop hesitating and give Sanders his shot right now? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've been following this drama as closely as we have, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single twist in the ongoing saga of Shador Sanders and the Cleveland Browns.